What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about some small space hydroponics indoors because yesterday it was minus 20 degrees here in Zone 4 Canada. So I've been doing some Kratky method hydroponics inside my grow tent. You don't have to have a grow tent to do this. You can do it in a sunny window. If you have a grow light, you can just do it anywhere, really. It's so small. This method I learned from Kangstar. You can go check out his channel, it's pretty awesome. But I'm gonna show you what I got going on here. So these are all very small. So you can see I followed Kangstar's Kratky method. It's very small, takes up very little room. As you can see in this small tray, I got 6 plants and probably could fit another one. And as you can see, it doesn't matter how small they are. This one's bigger. It's in a mason jar. But look how many fruits are on there. It's loaded with peppers. Now I mostly do peppers because that's my favorite plant. That's my favorite thing to eat. So, and there's so many different varieties that you can't find in a grocery store that you can grow easily in your home. Look at these beautiful peppers. Now this one's got a bit of a deficiency going on. Some yellowing in the leaves. Let me see if I can show you some roots on here. So that's what the roots look like, and that's about as much nutrients as you put in there. So this is a Sugar Rush stripy pepper. It's just starting to set fruit on a few of these flowers. Now these were all started from seed as well. Put that back in there. So they're just in a half a water bottle. So just a regular water bottle. I bought a pack at Walmart. Just like that. So I'm going to show you in a video coming up how to plant these. We're going to plant 2, and they're actually not going to be going into these for very long. We're going to let them grow up a little bit, and then we're going to put them into large DWC buckets. But that's for a future video. Today I'm just going to show you what I got going on in my grow tent. So this one in this jar is Tangerine Tiger. So it'll ripen to orange with red stripes. And it's one of my favorite tasting peppers. It's got a bit of a lean, so it kind of wants to tip over. And Sugar Rush Stripey, also one of my favorite tasting peppers. This one is a Peachadoo. And this pepper in here, I actually cross-pollinated it with the Tangerine Tiger. So I was just experimenting. I don't know if I'm actually going to grow it out. I have future plans for crossbreeding, and that'll be a future series of videos. As you can see, I had a fungus gnat problem in here in my grow tent. It's a bit of a mess in here, but it's from the soil on this calamansi tree. I overwatered it, and that was an issue. But as you can see, I got all different stages of these small Kratky. I put the bags on there just to keep it a little moist when they're young. It seems to help them put the roots down into the nutrients. So This is the Beast. Planted October 20th, I planted the seed. So it's doing pretty good. This Tangerine Tiger actually came from a cutting that I made. So it's from a propagation cutting from my outdoor garden. And it's doing very well. Once it started fruiting, it dropped a bunch of the bigger leaves, but it hasn't really stopped progressing since then, so I'm okay with that. And this one back here is a Mad Hatter pepper, and it got root rot. It was growing really weird, and then I noticed it had root rot, so I've been treating it with hydrogen peroxide solution. I'm hoping it bounces back. It might not, but that's okay. And we got a lot of varieties in here. I think we got an Apocalypse Scorpion. This is a Ghost Borealis. Has really interesting colored leaves. This is an Ahi Mango. This other big jar is Carolina Reaper. That's also from a cutting from my outdoor garden. It's doing really good. This is another of the Beast. At one point I thought it was dying, so I planted another one, but it bounced back pretty good and now it looks pretty healthy again. And we're gonna be setting up, I know my grow tent is a mess. That's a project for after this video is done, is cleaning it up in here and reorganizing stuff. And we're gonna be starting some DWC, which is aerated hydroponics. And we're gonna be starting it in these small totes. So we're actually gonna move some of our Kratky peppers into these totes. So the next video I'll show you how we're gonna make those. And the difference between DWC, which is deep water culture, and Kratky method is Kratky has no air pump. So the roots just drink up that water or nutrient solution, and you add more. About every week or so I take them out, I pull it out of there, clean it up, give it fresh nutrients, and then keep on going. The difference between that and DWC is there's an air pump, so it bubbles up in the roots, and that'll help keep the roots healthy because they need air to breathe. So in Kratky hydroponics, like, there's an air gap. I'll pull it out so you can see. Set you down for a second. So you can see in this, the water level never really comes up above, I don't know, about here. So I leave an air gap so the roots can breathe. But in DWC, you don't need a big air gap in there because you have an air pump bubbling onto those roots and feeding them oxygen. So that's what I want to do next. I've never done it. That's going to be an experiment, and I'm going to learn some things, and I'm sure you guys are going to learn some things too. The reason I'm doing so many in here is to accelerate my learning curve. So I've already had lots of failures, but I've also had some successes, as you can see. So hopefully you guys want to come along for the journey. On the next one, we're going to be making some DWC containers, and we're going to be putting some of these peppers that are already going into that. So that's all for this video. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch the next video.